Hello dear students, today we are going to understand one of the poems from your book Hornbill, The Laburnum Top, and this poem is written by Ted Hughes. What is Ted Hughes saying in this poem? We'll try to understand. We'll also try to read word by word, line to line, and we'll try to get the meaning out of it. First of all, let's try to talk about the title which says The Laburnum Top. What is the meaning of Laburnum Top? Laburnum top here refers to, of course, yes, the tree by the name Laburnum and the top of it where a lot of activities are seen. But in the very beginning, you will identify that this tree stands all alone and there is nothing around this beautiful tree. And there is a deep message given by the poet Ted Hughes. Let's try to understand. Let's start reading it and side by side we'll try to understand the meaning of it. The first line, it starts, "The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon, yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds follow." What do we understand? In the first stanza, we as readers are informed that yes, we are talking here, the poet is referring to the laburnum tree and the month in which he wishes us to understand deeply about is that it's the month of September, as clearly mentioned in the second line of stanza 1. Talks about that how we can see that leaves are all fallen around. We can see that not only leaves but even seeds have fallen down. Something special that he tells here about is the fact that these leaves have turned yellow in color, and it tells that now this is the time for the leaves to leave the branches, to leave the tree and to say bye-bye always. And later on in the second stanza, what is the poet mentioning about? Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. So we are informed that there are a lot of commotion that is seen around, and also side by side, as soon as this beautiful bird, goldfinch is a beautiful bird that comes in, she makes a nest here and she is seen feeding her young ones, and suddenly a lot of commotion starts. A suddenness, look in the second stanza, second line, what it specifies, a suddenness, all of a sudden some activity starts. Otherwise in stanza 1 we are informed that laburnum tree is standing all alone. A lot of silence is seen all around, stillness of life, quiet. But all of a sudden, as mentioned in the second stanza, with the coming of goldfinch bird, a lot of activity starts coming up because she's seen feeding her young one she's made her nest in the laburnum top, the apex, the highest part of the tree where she's made a nest. And also our poet, he wishes to tell us that with season, a lot of seasons, God has blessed us with different seasons all around. And we are seeing here that it is the autumn season when laburnum tree is shedding off its leaves. Leaves are turning yellow in color. This whole poem you are going to find in the shades of yellow, including the bird goldfinch. Goldfinch is also having yellow feathers. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. All of a sudden, it's believed by Ted Hughes, machine here refers to that suddenly something gets started up. Whole lot of activities centering around the nest and the young ones. She's coming, she's feeding her young ones, and the machine starts up. Machine refers to that we can see the shaking of the tree and the branches, but unfortunately, what is falling down? Unfortunately, it's your yellow leaves that are falling down. As I mentioned even earlier, that in this poem you are going to identify a lot of different shades of color yellow. Stanza 1, sunlight. Stanza 2, goldfinch. Stanza 1, of course, here September month, sunlight, again yellow color. Stanza 2 talks about a lizard, talks about goldfinch. Here definitely similes and metaphors are used, which I'm sure you are aware of, that how like a lizard she sneaks. Who is she here? She refers to goldfinch bird having beautiful yellow feathers. She moves inside the specific part of the laburnum top, and we can see Ted hugs. He mentions here that she's made a nest and she's feeding her young ones. The whole tree trembles and thrills. Let's go back. She enters the thickness and a machine starts up. Of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings, the whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. She is seen here as if there are certain bars on her face. We are informed here that the whole engine of her family, because she's feeding the young ones, we can see that how slowly and steadily she pushes herself to the branch end, and there she is seen twittering, and she wishes to fly after completing the activity of making her young ones filled up to the satisfaction, and now she's ready to take a flight. Now she's ready to take a flight. Dear students, here laburnum top is also symbolic of old age and the coming of goldfinch bird refers to vitality, refers to